I have a witchy haul for you guys. So everything's in here, but I went to Barnes and Noble and I just went kind of crazy. So I'm gonna take out the stuff that I have one by one. Well, I'll take it out all together first, and then I'll go through it one by one. But my book of shadows, this thing. So I'm really excited to show you guys because I got a lot, and I've never done a haul video before because I'm broke all the time. But this I already owned. Put that over there. So there's one more book. Where is it? Oh yeah, there's one more book. It's on the bottom, I think. Yes. Alright, so I'll go through really fast. Or not fast, but just a cover of everything. So, book number 1, Grimoire for the Green Witch. Now, it was between this book by Anne Mora. It was between this and this other like hedge witch book. It wasn't a grimoire. It was just like a book for hedge witches. But I don't know, it was like one of those witchy books where it was like, oh, isn't it so quirky that we, because I'm in Boston, that we city girls wear dressed in like Ann Taylor by day, but we dress in cloaks by night, and it's so quirky and we're different from the rest of the girls and all that shit. And it was just like, I'm a witch all the time. And I don't wear Ann Taylor. I wear cheap shit like Primark, even though it's really good quality and it's cute. And I fucking thrift. It's not like, oh, I work the reception by day, but at night I'm chanting under the moonlight as crystals and candles encompass me. You know, it's like, we're witches. Get on with it. It's like, that was the book. But it also had spells in it and stuff, but like in the back of the book there's usually like, this one doesn't have it. That's why I like modesty. I don't like pretentiousness at all. But in the back of the other book there was blurbs, kind of, I know the book was about hedge witches, but it was talking about hedge witches as if they were the best types of witches, which is not true. We're all equal. And so, like, it literally, one of the blurbs says that the hedge witch is the only real witch out there, and like our magic is pure and whatever. And I am a hedge witch, eclectic hedge witch, but I'm not okay with somebody glorifying me as if, oh, I'm the real witch, you know, because other witches do that too, and it's not cute. We're all witches. Hedge witches and green witches are very similar in their craft. They both love nature, they both use herbs and plants in their craft. The differences are kind of miniature. Like, hedge witches are extremely connected to animals. They're known as shamans, so they commune with spirits of people and spirits of animals, and hedge witches are, like I said, more spiritual, I guess. They love divination and stuff like that. So that's why I identify as a hedge witch opposed to a green witch. But I do love nature. I love the forest. Like, I feel so grounded in the forest. So I picked this one up instead, honestly, because and the information inside is a lot better. Like, the other one was like something you'd pick up at Urban Outfitters. This is like something you pick up at an occult shop, a pagan shop. Even though I went to Barnes and Noble to get it, this is one of those books that you find in Barnes and Noble and an occult shop. And so, as the Creed of the Green Witch, which I read it and I don't agree with all of it. It's it basically says that or I acknowledge that the god and goddess are actually just one god and with many faces. A lot of witches believe that. I'm not one of them, which is why I'm kind of eclectic, though if I were to ground myself, I'd call myself a hedge witch. I read parts of it, not really much, but I really like that it goes over, like, the other book didn't do this. It goes over the, what do you call it, the Sabbats and the Esbats. It goes over runic alphabet and other types of alphabets, actually, which I didn't even know existed, which I really like in this book. There's symbols, like a guide to symbols, and that a green witch might find significant, or a witch in general, honestly. And here's the alphabet. So there's the runic alphabet. There's the, what is that called? Agham alphabet. I don't know what that is. I'll have to do research. It doesn't look like there's much information on it here, though, because I was trying to figure it out before I got the book. And there's the Theban alphabet, which at some point I confused. I thought Theban and runic was the same thing, but they're not. Actually, some of these alphabets look identical to, okay, this one's a more curl. Never mind, ignore me. There's different rituals that you can do. Circle casting. It's really cool. Talks about herbs. And it's just really awesome in general. Esbats notes is really freaking awesome. So, there's a chant in here. Incantation rituals. I'm not sure if I'm going to follow these. I might, like, take a look at them and tweak them to my liking, because I'm not a green witch, and like I said, the creed itself I don't agree with, so I'm pretty sure there's other pieces of information that I don't agree with either, but that's okay. But yeah. You can write your own notes in here too. So there's separate pieces. The Book of Shadows of Amiel? I don't know how to pronounce that. Amiel? Amiel? Oh my god! Okay, so if you guys saw my sigil craft video, you know that I do my sigils a certain way because I had a dream that I did it a certain way. It's freaking in here. It's a little bit different, but it's in here. Oh my god, that's so cool. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some research because this was in my dream. It's a little different because I do zigzag, but this goes all the way around and then it goes down and it keeps, oh my god, I can't believe it. Okay, I love this book to death. Zodiac, it goes over. Nice. This is a really awesome book. I encourage you to pick it up, green witch or not. If you're a green witch, then this will be like, this book, you will stick your face in it and you'll fucking lick it up and down. For me, maybe not. I'll probably just like stick my nose in it for the rest of eternity. Nice. There's some really great things in it. So yeah, this is one of the books I got. The Grimoire for the Green Witch. Yes. Awesome. Even better than I initially thought when I got the book. And then I got this book. Honestly, I only got it because it looked fucking boss. Like, I sometimes dress in like really gothy clothes because I'm an alternative black girl doubling as a witch. And so I saw this and I was like, yo, this shit looks so boss and sexy. This book is by Lee D. Angels. Like, I was looking at it, I looked inside a little bit and I couldn't find anything too interesting, nothing that I didn't know, even though I'm sure there's some new information hiding in here. Oh, this was interesting to me. Malingro, it's like a chant that you say. So it says Malingro is the name of an entity that is an alien barb, one that has become an out-of-control arrow that pierces generation upon generation with its poison. So, like, I guess bad luck, basically, seen as a demon, and this chant is a way to get rid of it. I'll probably type it in the description. If I don't, please comment and remind me. So it's like really cool. Honestly, I just picked it up because it looked fucking awesome. I mean, just, this is fucking great. It's called Witchcraft. Well, on the top it says rituals, spell casting, and sorcery, and then it says Witchcraft, the theory and practice. And I'm really glad, because usually books about witchcraft that look like this have an inverted pentacle. This one does not, which is good, because I don't like inverted pentacles, because, I mean, I wouldn't mind it so much, but people look at it and then they think a certain way. At least when it's not inverted, I can say, well, this isn't actually the symbol that you're used to. The one that you're used to goes this way. Mine goes this way, and it represents something totally different. The inverted pentacle has a bad rep because it's associated with Satanism. And I don't want to, I'm not a Satanist, so I shouldn't have to explain myself to people, because it's not my thing. It's like, that's a Satanist's job. If they have an inverted pentacle and somebody asks them about it, they're actually Satanists, so they can explain it more thoroughly than I could if I, otherwise, like, if I have an actual pentacle, it's like, okay, I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, and the back looks really fun. It just looks so boss, honestly. That's why I picked it up. So not much to say about this because I didn't really look at it. Oh, it has sigils and seals. Nice. I'm really into, what do you call it? Symbols. So I love sigils a lot. I think I use them a bit too much in my craft. I need to like venture out. Which brings me to my next thing, which is like a 3-package deal. I got this, The Book of Runes by Ralph H. Blum. And so, I've always wanted to learn about runes. Like I said before, I tried to look up runes before, and then I got mixed up because there's also Theban, and I was like, what? And I didn't even learn the alphabet. I copied it down in my Book of Shadows once, and I never looked at it again. So now that I have this book, where I'm like grounded, I don't have to do a bunch of Google searches. I'm really glad. It's cool because the guy who wrote this is actually from Connecticut, which is where I'm from. And so I was reading a little bit in it, and he talks about his first encounter with runes was when he went to England, and some woman, she created some like rinky-dinky runes. It wasn't anything special. She literally used pebbles from the ground, carved the runes in, and then gave it to him. And he looked at him once, didn't look at him again for a couple years, but one day he was cleaning his desk and the runes spilled out from under something, and he read the runes and he was like, wow. So he looked it up and he found out what the runes were saying to him and everything. So, and he's a good writer too, so the inside looks like this. As soon as you open the page, it says, it's like each rune, and then like not even a blurb with their meanings, just like one word to describe what they mean. And then on the side it goes more into depth, but as you go into the book, it definitely explains every little thing. It's a really great book. I like the way it looks too and feels. It just feels like an older book, which is fun. So that's why I picked this up. It teaches you how to read runes, and here's the back. It's really great, and it even comes with runes, which is another reason I picked it up. I've always wanted runes. They're so expensive. When I go to the occult shops around here, so expensive. Oh my god, like I went to one place and I was like, it was like one rune, right, was like $20. And I remember it was amethyst, amethyst runes with like a gold kind of gild where the symbols were. And so yeah, and it was like $20 each, and I was like, what? And my friend Amy, she also went with me to the store, and she had like a whole set of runes And they were selling these rooms each $20, not the whole set. She had a whole set of rooms, and I was so jealous. I'm like, but she makes bank. So yeah, so I got these. I'm gonna start reading myself soon. I'm really excited. So yeah, Book of Runes by Ralph H. Blum. And then the runes, they come with this bag too. I got oracle cards. So I used to have this deck before, but my family had a house fire, and so a lot of my things disappeared in the tragedy. So this is the deck. I'm gonna wash my hands and then I'll come right back. So these are the oracle cards. These are the oracle cards. So it's called the Witch's Oracle. I got it from Barnes & Noble. And on the side it says The Witch's Oracle by Marla Brooks and Anya Khan. And so the side just says it's a 45 card deck of oracle cards that looks at the world from a unique pagan perspective. Blah 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 blah. And so I really love this deck because just watch. Like this little leather right here, it's magnet. So this is all magnet, so it just clicks. And then there's a book. It says The Witch's Oracle on it. And so this is it. I was really drawn to this when I first had it, and when I saw it in the store, I was like, yes, it's meant to be. So it just has the meaning of all the cards inside, and here's the back of the book, just a pentacle. And then the actual cards. The cards. I'm probably gonna let like my amethyst crystals charge the cards for now, and then I'll let them sit in the moonlight when the moon starts to come out. But so this is the back of the card. W as in witch. Oof, they're sticky. I love it. Oh my god. Beautiful cards. But that is all. Sneak peeks. Oof. And last but not least, I picked this up last minute. I didn't even like really see it until I was about to leave, and then I went back to the bookshelf and I saw it and I was like, you summoned me, didn't you? Book of Shadows with a Tyketra. A threefold symbol of protection, Celtic symbol. It says, the Book of Shadows, a personal journal of your craft. Introduction by Cassandra Casson. I don't know who that is, but I really like this book. Oh my god. It's really freaking awesome. So as soon as you open it, it says this book belongs to. It looks really elegant. The back is cute too. It looks really elegant. There's a tag catcher on the back, and then it says Book of Shadows again. And then this is really a good thing for like beginner witches. The contents on the inside, but so the whole start of this Book of Shadows is like basic witchy stuff. So it's like beginning your magical journey. It's a little note, a little blurb, and then like the moon. It has a little blurb about the moon, talking about what type of spells you do at this phase of the moon, how long that moon phase lasts, and what it represents. It has a blurb about the sun. It talks about different types of magic, attraction magic or sympathetic magic, binding magic, vanishing magic, the 4 elements. If you're Wiccan, you know that there are guardians for each, north, south, east, and west. Well, it talks about like earth represents the north, air represents the east, fire represents the south, and water represents the west. And like more details about that, what seasons they represent, what colors are represented by them, and like what each of them mean. Oh, I didn't see this one. Apparently, I didn't even know this, but apparently each day of the week represents a planet. I didn't know that. I don't plan to keep this book for myself though. I so desperately want to give it to my big sister, because when she was my age or like even younger, she used to be into witchcraft too, but my dad caught her and cursed her out really bad. And so she's like more hesitant about it, but I can see that she's still interested because she told me that even to this day, she goes to the witchcraft shop, Curious Goods, in my town to look around. She still does, and she'll like buy candles that represent something and crystals that represent something from that store. And she told me this in confidence, and I was like, that's cool. I didn't tell her that I'm like deeply into the craft because I don't want her to tell my parents, because I still kind of don't trust her. But I can tell that she's still interested in it, and I think this book would be really good for her, and not just because it's like basic witchy stuff and it's really innocent. It also acknowledges Christianity, which she's also into. So like it talks about having a psychic connection to the angels of God. So I think that it's a good middle ground for her if I gave this to her, but I'm scared that she'll be like, oh, what is this evil witchy shit? So like I'm kind of scared to give it to her, but I really do want to give it to her because I have no need for a lot of the information in here. I already know, and I already have my own Book of Shadows, and I'm planning on starting another one, and I'd rather make my Book of Shadows myself. So I only picked it up because it reminded me of my sister. Also, the Tyketra, she loves Charmed. Like when she was younger, that's all she watched. She still watches it sometimes, and like she sees the Tyketra and she's like, Charmed, oh my god. So like it just reminded me of her a lot. So and then the back has whether you're an aspiring witch or already practicing the craft of magic, this book is a perfect place for your chronicle to your unique path, blah blah blah. And this is the inside. Just a little journal format. The rest of the book is just journal stuff. Yep. And it has like the moon phases. I don't like the way the moon phases are set up here though. I think it's really ugly, but whatever. Like I'd rather the full moon be in the middle. And this is the back. But yeah, that's it for my witchy haul. Not very big, but I was so excited because I got all these awesome books and I can't wait to start my rune reading. And like, actually let me open this and like feel what the runes feel like.
They look ugly. I don't mean to sound mean, but they do look ugly. But that doesn't matter. It just looks, they look like they're not, their texture is like really rough. But maybe it's meant to represent the stones that he got for the first time. Oh, there we go. I just want to feel them, I don't want to do a reading.
Yep, they feel rough. It feels like chalk. I don't know. Yeah, it feels like stone. But yeah, I don't want to, the first time I take them out, I want to do a reading on myself, actually. Actually, I'll take them out, but I'm gonna, oh my god, no, this is what I didn't want to happen. These 3 popped out immediately. Now I have to read them, so I'm gonna put those down. I didn't want to read right now, but I guess, I'm just gonna put them in the bag. I'm not, no more. Oh god, three more fell on the floor, oh my god. Alright, so stick those guys. I guess I'll leave these guys too. Oh god, no! Okay, so I heard that this, sorry, I'm like scratching my crotch, low key. I heard that this rune in particular is like really tricky because both sides are blank, which means the presence of a god or goddess is with you, which I mean sounds nice, but it can also mean like, I don't know, it can be a worry stone, and not in a good way, I guess. I mean, the presence of a god or goddess would be fantastic because I finally started my own informal witch coven, aka a circle, in my hometown. We have a website, and our coven name is the Conjurers of Elm. Our website is conjurersofelm.wix.com/coven. It sounds shitty because I got the website for free, but I guarantee you the website is gorgeous. I've been working on it so hard, and it's coming together so beautifully. But if you are in the New Haven, Connecticut area, feel free to contact me. Go to the website and email at conjurersofelm@gmail.com. We have 4 witches, including myself right now. We might have 6 by the summertime. So I'll keep you guys posted, but thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.